vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the moment you decide to be real and let your guards down and show yourself to the world or to your partners or to your friends without any protective shield. Hello, my beautiful warriors, and welcome to this word of the day, which is vulnerability. Vulnerable. This is a huge one. I mean, every word is a huge one for me, but this is a big one for me as well, because vulnerability is like programmed in our vessels as weakness. How many of you have grown up and like hidden their true feelings, their true sentiments, their opinions, all of that, just because in case if I say it, that means I'm exposed, and that means someone will debate me and battle against me, like shut me down. Someone will tell me that I'm wrong, someone will tell me, and so we shut down. Like we hide, we build that protective shield in love, in friendships, in every situation that we're in. Vulnerability is exposing yourself. It's like unlaying yourself and opening your heart to the world, right? Basically, or to your partner or to your friends or whoever. It's like there's no cage, there's nothing to hide it. It's like you, it's the true authentic you being out there. And trust me, I've like experienced that. It's very challenging. But it's also very rewarding to be able to be at that place where you are free to speak, to express yourself. And vulnerability puts you like in the center of attention, let's say, or it puts you in like you are unguarded. You don't have prison guards around you anymore. You don't have a support system. What you hope to find that support system that will allow and permit you to be vulnerable with them. And that's a challenge. That's a challenge in itself as well. So for me, vulnerability is scary as F, right? For a lot of humans, because you are it's almost like you're not even. It's like it's a feeling of unsafeness. Although you are safe, but again, this is a program, right? That says, well, are you sure you want to express yourself? Because then if you do, then 8 out of 10 people will disagree with you, and then you're just being combative, and then you're just being confrontational, and then you're being just argumentative, and you're just being aggressive. It's like a lot of yada yada yada, right? And then you shut down, and you harden, and that's what we do. When you're younger, we're more vulnerable, right? And it's like I don't know how many times. I mean, it could be my generation as well. It's like it wasn't seen as like seeing men that are emotional and vulnerable was seen very emasculating. Obviously, I don't think like that. Like I'm like, to me, it's like beautiful to see that. But I'm just saying, this is like it's a challenging energy that we're working on here right now, because being vulnerable is not about performing. It's not about showing off. It's not about definitely there's like like I said, there's a center of attention, but it's not the spotlight energy of, it's more of a, oh my God, everybody's looking at me. Right? Oh my God, they see my softness, right? They see my soft heart. They must think I'm weak. Oh, I expressed my true feelings in my relationship. Like, how many times have you been in a relationship where you've been shut down by your partner? Or, this is a big one for me because this narrative always bothered me. This, like, I'm a boss lady. I'm a lady boss. I'm no, like, just be you. Right? You don't have to label yourself as anything. You don't have to be like a strong, cold bitch to be a CEO or a CFO or anything. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be these things. It's an old world. It's okay to cry. It's okay for a man or a woman to cry in a meeting or in a thing. I feel like that this is like, that's a vulnerability. That's showing me that you're a human being and not a robot. And a lot of us, are challenged by this because it's, again, it's like, it always comes down to weakness to me. It feels very, it doesn't feel weak, but it always felt like that. And not every single human that's watching here right now has dealt with that in their life, but I dealt with a lot of strength. I had a lot of strong people in my household. Let's just put it that way, with strong opinions, with strong value systems. So it's a little challenging to be vulnerable in like situation like that. But again, that's not blaming the family, and I'm not blaming anybody for that. It's just a lot of us who are here have grown up in homes like this, or have been in relationships like this, where we have to pussyfoot or walk on eggshells around people because that's how we thought we had to do, to keep everything aligned, to keep everything in the straight and narrow, to not piss anybody off, or to not because vulnerability can trigger the shit out of people, right? Because you're being you. It's like you're being true to you, and this is a big one. It's not what feels safe for your ego. And that's how we've rolled in our lives. We've always, not always, we have always, I'm saying, like, some of us have like moved through life always protecting, let's say, our partners, our children, our parents, our friends, from the real us. And how uncomfortable is that for any human to hold back on their true self? I know it's super uncomfortable. And there was a moment in my life where I was super unfiltered, because I actually thought it just felt natural to be like that. And I was shut down over and over again, being called all the names in the book because it was triggering for people. But I was in my early 20s, let's say, and I was just very like matter of fact, and this is honest, whatever. And I didn't see anything wrong at the time, and I was being super vulnerable, open. And then you get shut down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna shut that shit down, right? And I'm gonna be like everybody else, which is unimpressive, Sabrina. But it is what it is. Like, this is life. Like, this is I'm sometimes in that receiving end as well, where someone is being vulnerable towards me, and I'm uncomfortable, and I'll shut them down. And I just had that happen recently with someone, and I like quickly stepped into awareness, and I called them, and we like worked it out through communication. But there's these moments of like dismissing someone's vulnerability is tragic almost, right? Because you're basically telling that you're not important, and you're not in a protected space here, that you can't express yourself. So there's like both sides of the coin, and it's to be fully like, this is my this is where I'm at right now. It's to be fully aware of me, but also of the mirror in front of me. And it's part of this journey, right? And so many of us have hidden our truths, and hidden our belief systems, hidden our opinions, hidden everything, hidden ourselves. Like, we've put on masks to appease to the people we thought we needed to respect, the people we thought we needed to like. But it's like you're doing a disservice to you and your soul and to your avatar, because you're not real anymore. Like, you're a facade, tiptoeing all around the bushes and everything. Yeah, but if I don't tiptoe, then like, he'll be upset, and if I don't tiptoe, then my boss will yell at me. And I'm like, okay, but that vulnerability means that you have to accept that. Like, if they're gonna yell at you, then let them yell at you. Like, it's like, but it's like you being truthful. Like, and if they yell at you, when you're actually saying the truth, you're not as butthurt as when you're lying to yourself. Like, how many of you have felt that, right? Like, where you've done the walking around the eggshells, and have like concocted a story to tell your boss, or tell your partner, or tell your mother, your father, your sister, whatever it is, about the situation, so that they would receive it well. But it doesn't feel right in your heart, but you're doing it just for them. And then you get called out, and then you're like, it's just worse. It's just, the feeling is worse, right? But if you're being true to yourself, and you're opening yourself up, and you're opening your heart to these people, and they call you out, whatever, you feel a little stronger, because you're like, oh, okay, but I feel like this. And there's less self-loathing, and less self-criticism, and less of that. So it's very interesting. It's really like deep again. Wow. Vulnerability. Our first card which is really interesting, is the Ace of Pentacles, which is prosperity begins. But what does that mean, right? I say vulnerability with money. That's a big one, right? Being vulnerable with money. But it's also like a tree and roots. In someone's hands, like a new relationship. Oh yeah, this is new relationship as well. Like, stability within a relationship. How do you expect stability within a relationship if you're not true to yourself? How do you expect to root yourself in relationships and friendships? Like the basis of these ships, right? Like, whatever they are, family ship, whatever it is to root. The roots to me are like the arteries, the heart. So it's almost like finding this anchor with these people in your life, and having that freedom to express yourself. So what this means here is that some of you are maybe having to sift through these ships of yours and find the ones that help you grow. Find the ones that are the supportive of you, encouraging of you, that allow you to be you. You know, and that's like, it's a good way to look at if you're single right now and you're looking for a new partner. This is huge. Can I be vulnerable with this person? And can he or she accept me exposed like this? You know, some of us can't change our families, and some of us, most of us can't change our families, you know. Most of us can't change what already is. But we can, if it's like a partnership, we can establish stronger roots. Right? We can. There's always room for growth in every relationship and every situation. To me, the tree always dies and gets reborn again, right? In the winter, it dies, it gets reborn again in the summer. There's always this cycle of life the tree has. So it's the same with you, and same with your relationship. There's this hope, right? Fertility dies, birth gives. You know, it's like there's like a feeling of, you know, there's seeds to be planted again. Boom. I don't think it's about money, the Ace of Pentacles. It really is about us, like an establishment of rooted love, of rooted like emotions, of rooted faith in oneself, and you know, that's coming up for me. I'm sticking to it. Right? Because I feel like that's what it is for me. Third eye chakra. Third eye chakra, for anyone who doesn't know, is right here between your eyes. It's like attached to the pineal gland, and it's your intuition. It's your third eye. You know, we have another eye here, you just don't see it. It's like, these are the eyes you see. You only see the linear world, and the third eye sees deeper than that. It's your high priestess energy. So it's beautiful that that's showing up, because when you are able to open that door, you know, plant that seed, allow the growth to occur, it's here where you start to sense and to start to feel your way through. Ah, interesting. You know, it's like, it's not a heart chakra, it's a third. It's like the heart chakra is the fourth, so the third is here, but it's mostly like, it's usually like the mental energy. But to me, I'm feeling like it's trusting that intuition, trusting that that expression, trusting that you know, trusting as you move through this, as you like it's almost like creating the foundation with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's interesting that this is showing up for you guys, because this is almost like some of you who have struggled with this, or are struggling with this, or are trying to be more vulnerable with yourselves, and this is coming in and says, this is a new start, this is a fresh new beginning. You know, especially, and even with the intuition, it's also a new beginning. It's like trusting yourself to know when to be vulnerable, and with which people, which situations, you know, because not everyone is open to this. Not everyone can handle this, by the way. A lot of people get triggered by this, because that requires them to look into themselves as well, because their mirror is talking openly, and it's uncomfortable for the other, so they shut them down, or, you know, like self-defense or whatever happens, and it's not something you want to do as the mirror either, right? And it's not like we're doing it maliciously to shut down people. It's just because we're dealing with our own shit. So that's why when you are choosing vulnerability, I feel like this is coming in and says, be careful of who you are choosing to be vulnerable with. Interesting, because it could like reflect back at you in a very challenging manner. Interesting. Oh, this is the overall energy. Okay. The Empress. Fertility. I said that. It's so funny, man. I love it. The Empress energy. Like, how insane is this? The Empress energy is the nurturer energy. It's the Emperor, Empress. It's the Queen of all queens kind of energy. She is the birthing. She is the one that you would go to be vulnerable. She's the one that is that. She's the one who speaks her truth, who shares her heart, who cares and provides. She's the one who does it unconditionally with compassion and love. And it's interesting, there's a lot of money here because this is money and money too. So I'm almost feeling like if the vulnerable is here, are you being taken advantage of with money? You know? So something, that's just something that came up in my head. So I'm just, if anyone is, that feels aligned with that, resonates with that, is like just hone in on your third eye. Like, you don't have to tap into your third eye. Just hone into your intuition. Like, when it comes to situations like that, that's the interesting. I'm still getting that feeling. I feel like there's someone here watching that is a bit too loosey-goosey with her wallet. And is like, and you're doing it from a very compassionate heart, or even he, it could be a he watching this, but it's like you're doing it with like a fully open heart, but there's like, I don't know, I'm not feeling good about it. So I'm just saying to just curb a little bit that, because the Empress could find herself in sticky situations like that as well, where she's too nurturing, she's too caring, and then it's a Taurus Libra energy, and she gets a little bit butthurt because it doesn't return. Right? So that she has that feminine energy of hers that does actually believe in, like I said in another reading, the law of reciprocity. There is in French we say va-et-vient, like there is a coming and going. So that's interesting that this is showing up with like the feminine energy. You know, everyone, if you think of the feminine energy, you're always thinking, oh, she's the one that should be vulnerable. Like that's that energy, and it's like masculine too, honey. Like it's not just a feminine thing. It's opening yourself up to the true you. That's what vulnerability is for me. It's like expressing the love and the hate, the anger that's coming up in you, the sadness that's coming up in you, but also the love that's inside you and the happiness. It's like it's both ways. And it's ugly. It's not pretty to release that. But it's necessary, right? And who better to do it than with someone, a friend, a lover, a partner, a mother, a father, whatever, whoever it is that you're close to. And some of you, it's a mother, and some of you, it's a woman. It's never like a daughter unless you're like older, like this is an older woman energy. I mean, it's like a mother energy. An aunt energy. It's like that kind of energy. I don't feel like it's a child or a teenage energy. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting at. Okay, this is really interesting. I mean, the heart centered, it's like beautiful. Oh my God. And the Fool card, new beginnings. So when I look at these cards and I look at, so let me just look at the card without even looking at vulnerability. When I see this, there's a High Priestess energy, and the Empress, and the New Beginning. And there's the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you are like moving into something phenomenal, by the way. And it's time to get true to you. It's time to get real and trust yourself. You're ready to birth something anew. This is the new. This is the new. Everything here is all new energy that is wanting to flow in. I feel like some of you are holding back because of your misunderstanding of what opening up means. Like you're like being authentic to yourself means, and it's holding you back from leveling up, moving into this new journey. And maybe you have to be vulnerable with your mother or your sister or your grandmother or your best friend or someone. There's like a feminine energy that is here. Maybe there's someone that is ready to take you, like to listen to you. And this is like a card of go for it. Trust your intuition. Because I'm feeling some of you need to express yourselves. I feel like there's something very dark that's like building up inside you, that's hiding, and because you're not able to express yourself. So when you're not able to express yourself, what happens? You become like a kettle. You can become like a kettle. Yeah. Like you're boiling, like anger, resentment, all guilt, like something is boiling up inside you, but you're having a hard time expressing yourself because you think it's weak, and because you're afraid, because you've been shut down all your life. And I'm telling you right now that something like anchor yourself, whatever that means for you. If it means anchoring yourself with a person, or anchoring yourself and like fully like moving through, like letting the energy flow through you and trusting, fully loving like that authentic self of yours, or whatever that layer wants to open up, trusting it, and like finding that person to embrace you, to listen to you, to hold you. And I think it's necessary. This whole thing is necessary for you to release something, because you're ready. Then the universe is like, okay, yay! Now we're ready for the next. I actually love this so much, because I'm going through something too that needs to be released, and it's like that makes so much sense. It's like a lot of the times we think we can do everything on our own, or maybe Sabrina thinks she can do everything on her own. Sometimes I think I can do everything. I can solve all my problems. I can do everything alone. I'll figure it out. And sometimes, and most of the time, it's like, no, you can't. Like, because it's just like I actually need that triggering mirror in front of me. It's not even has to be a triggering mirror. It could be a beautiful mirror. It could be like whatever. But I need that reflection that does kind of show me a different perspective, right? But is nurturing at the same time. And that's what it is. It's a safe space. That's what this is. You need to find that safe space. Be it a man, be it a woman, preferably like a human and not a dog or a cat, because you would want, like, I'm being serious actually, because you would want like assistance, like support and encouragement, or like someone to hug you. You can hug a dog, I understand, but there's the human element is what I'm saying here. So this is really important. Okay, unapologetic. I gotta tell you, when I first did this like pull and I got this card, I was like, oh, that's weird with vulnerable, but now it makes sense to me. It's like 100%. Unapologetic is you, because at the end of the day, vulnerability is you being your true self and your authentic self. So unapologetic is like being like fully expressing yourself. Being you means to be unapologetic, right? It's not holding back anymore. It's not you walking on eggshells anymore. It's not you holding back from saying it because he or she is going to get angry at you. No, because vulnerability means that I am an open book right now, and I need to express it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I'm talking a little bit low because it's like late at night. I don't know. My neighbor's like, ooh, like she's not supposed to be alive, and she's alive now because I'm a vampire. Anyways, so there's that feeling like, you know, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, whatever. Like we hone in on, we curb ourselves. We hold back from being our true selves. And unapologetic doesn't mean like a lot of times I say this to people and they think it's like bitchy. I mean, it can be like, to me it's sassy and raw and like clear and like cool and funky, whatever, and chaotic. But unapologetic means I'm not apologizing anymore for being me. This is who I am. It makes you uncomfortable. I'm so sorry, but if it's making you uncomfortable, it means that there's something you need to clear within you. And let's work on this together. I'm not blaming you. You can't blame. You know, it's like, this is the work. When you start to express your vulnerability, you unleash this unapologetic girl, this sassy girl. And she's not sassy. She could be very demure and gentle, by the way. You release this stuck energy. I had stuck in my other like reading. You release that inner child of yours that kept quiet. You release that that part of you that held back her whole life or his whole life because of fear, because of worry of because of people pleasing. Oh, so freeing, people. Deepening. Oh, look, the black cat. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. 100,000%. He has a butterfly around his collar. Black cats are old souls. They're so amazing. Anyways, so the black cat is a deepening, which all comes together here, right? It's like at one point your soul becomes unapologetic. Your soul is always unapologetic, by the way, but it's stuck in a human avatar that is always apologizing and always like defending him or herself, or always shutting down, or always worried, or always like this, right? And it's almost like the deepening is you just becoming, period. I love it. Courage. Wow. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. It's an elephant. He's so cute. You can see it. It's an elephant. The trunk here. And the dove piece. I mean, courage. This is everything. This is the gentle, quiet courage of, someone who is releasing themselves from all this holding back, from all this being someone else. Like how many roles have we played in this lifetime? Like seriously, people, we've played so many different roles, so many different labels, just to appease to people, just so we're not confronting and being confrontational, or just we're not feeling. Vulnerability is opening your heart and feeling for once in your life, without feeling bad about it. So this is coming at an interesting time in your life, and definitely the Empress plays a big role here for you. whether it's you, but I really don't think it's you. That's the funny thing. I really think it's someone else in your life that is here, that's been put in your path to embrace you, to create that safe space for you so that you can move a level up into the next part of the evolution. So anchoring first, and then trusting your intuition, and then finding the safe space, releasing, being you. How beautiful is that to be you, all right, with anyone? And then universe saying, finally, let's go on to the next fucking part of the journey, because there's so many moving parts of this journey. And always remember to be this sassy bitch. It's not an apology. You don't have to be. I'm just kidding. All right, my beautifuls. This is your reading. This is like, obviously it's a general reading, but this is, if you're feeling that, this is the permission to express. It's your permission to be authentically you. Just do it. Na 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 na. I leave you with the Stray Kids song. I love you. And watch out for my music series coming soon. How music is the healer. And do like, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. Share this video if you can as well. And buy my zodiac journals that I have on Amazon. All the links are below. Join my Ko-fi membership for monthly advice or book session with me. Okay, I stopped promoting myself. I love you. Bye. I'll see you soon.